That's part of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. You know, there's 500, I think 44 national wildlife refuges around. These things are treasures that just need to be utilized. They're just incredible places. So if you have an opportunity to visit a national wildlife refuge, please do. We also have the International Crane Foundation, who raise whooping cranes. They conduct the direct autumn release program. They also do the tracking of the birds and the monitoring. And they're incredible partners and just a big part of this whole project. We also have the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, which, along with Southern Company, have been big supporters of Operation Migration and the entire project. National Fish and Wildlife Foundation are founding partners of the Whooping Crane Eastern Partnership and a critical part. We have the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, who have put a tremendous effort forward to get this whole project to work. We also have the Wisconsin Natural Resources Foundation. Charlie Luthen and his team of people have really been helpful, and they've helped support the crane cam and purchase vehicles for us and helped to buy airplanes, and they are a big supporter of not only Operation Migration but all the members here. So we're really pleased with that. There are a number of organizations that make this all happen, and everybody brings a certain talent to the table, and we're just really pleased with that. And so thank you to all the partners. This is not just 10,000 miles for us, it's 10,000 miles for them too. So thank you.
Altitude and a fantastic place to land. I had hundreds of fields to choose from when my engine decided to go south. So it was a non-event. It really was. We all train for this. We know how to we know how to land without an engine. It's just very fortunate that it happened where and when it did. And I think testament to the new route as well, that we can actually have a safer route with more fields, more options to land to without flying over trees and mountains. But, I had a lot of help getting that engine changed, and more importantly, I really appreciate all the support we had in getting that engine paid for. I thought that was fantastic. A great show of support, and thanks for everybody's concerns. It meant a lot to me.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you. And I hope you're enjoying this webcast. Heather's behind the camera here doing a fantastic job, and sorry about the sound issues. Hopefully we got those sorted out now.
I think we've got them resolved. I hope we have them resolved.
Drag him up here and make him say a few things. And this is one of those occasions. Richard is an integral part of this project. Been at it since the very beginning. Way back in, even before I was involved, back in '88 when Bill first flew with birds, Richard was involved back then. He was actually repairing all the aircraft that Bill damaged, and then he was
experience there.
And then he was in the ground crew for a number of years when we were working with Canada geese and sandhill cranes. And then he started flying. He was a good backup pilot for a while, and then he jumped in with both feet, and now he's an integral part of this this project and a master leader of birds. So I wanted to drag Richard up and force him to say a few words, because I think he deserves the accolades.
Well, thanks, Joe, for your accolades. Well, I'm feeling a little under the weather this morning.
I wonder why.
Thanks, Heather.
You're welcome.
There's been a cold going through the entire team, and it started with Heather and then went to Charlie. And that's the problem with all living in motorhomes under one roof.
Yeah. So, it was a nice flight today, and had the usual experience of the birds freaking out. You know, you get that, and they look up and you can't see what they're looking at.
Did you ever get up to altitude? Did you ever get out of the trash and into smooth air?
Eventually.
Because Richard was a long ways behind. I led the birds this morning and ended up with 5, and then Richard had 15. And when you have 15 birds, it's a lot slower.
Thanks, Chris.
But I arrived at the site, maybe it must have been 10 or 15 minutes before you got there. A long time. But you got up to altitude eventually?
Yeah, it's almost to 3,000 MSL.
So you got into smooth air?
Yeah.
Down low, it was kind of messy.
It slowed me down.
Yeah.
The higher you went, the slower it got, but smoother. So, yeah, it worked out nice.
So we're looking forward to moving out of well, further south in Illinois, first of all, and finally getting on the migration. I always say the migration has started when we no longer see signs that say, this way to Chicago.
Yeah.
And we still have a few miles to go before we get past that.
Yeah. That's
Great.
for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Richard.
you. Thanks, Joe.
Let's see what else is happening around here.
One of the things that we need to have happen right now is I just got a call from your good wife from Port Perry,
Yes?
who's been watching, and she said, but you haven't introduced Heather. And I said, well, yes, actually, he did it first, so we need a retake, because I guess it didn't happen.
There.
Here's Heather holding the microphone.
You got your own microphone.
I'm wired. Hi, everyone. I'm usually behind the camera, which is where I like to be.
Yeah, this is the wrong end, isn't it, for you?
It is the wrong end for me. But I actually, now that the camera is on me, I guess I should thank everyone. Actually, I want to thank everyone. Best teammates in the world, best migration hosts in the world. I haven't quite done 10,000 miles myself, but I think I'm probably up to around probably close to 8,000 after 6 migrations. And it's been a ride. It's been a real ride. I have to say thank you to some of our funders, because without their support we can't do what we do. I really have to thank the Charlotte and Walter Kohler Charitable Trust Fund. Terry Kohler's been great for this organization. And I'd like to thank the Kenneth M. Molson Foundation out of Toronto. And there's one more that I can't think of right now. Oh, yes, our newest one, Horizon Wind Energy. Thank you so much for coming on board and showing us your support. We can't thank you enough. Because without you, we can't do what we do. So thanks.
I think there's one other person you should thank.
He's pointing to the engagement ring. I have to thank Dan, my new fiance, a.k.a. Dimples in the chat room. If you see Dimples, tell him hi. Love you, buddy.
Dimples?
Dimples. You didn't know that?
No.
Yes, it was the Dimples.
I think I want to forget that.
What does the 10,000 miles mean to you, Joe?
I don't know, you know. I wrote an update today, and I really said that it hasn't had a chance to sink in, you know. We should stop and look back and reflect on it, but I haven't had time, you know. There's all kinds of things in there that I just can't express yet, and it's been a long and arduous journey. Not only the 10,000 miles, but you know, raising the funds and working with the team and the politics of it and the partnership of it and all the other hurdles we try to cross, like the nesting study, and there's just so much involved in that 10,000 miles. It isn't just a matter of flying the airplane that far. So there's a lot of people you have to be thankful for, and a lot you owe, big debts to a number of organizations and a number of people, and I don't know how to express it yet. It's a difficult one, and maybe in a week or so, when I get my mind around it, I can write something very eloquent and be a lot more convincing than I am right now. But there's certainly a lot of hidden meaning there and a lot of stuff below it. So it'll just take a while to filter down so we can express it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. So I think you know, we've thanked all the people we need to thank, and I think we've shown you a little bit. We hope you continue to join us on the migration and watch the crane cam and follow the project. We're going to try to bring you more and more information all the time and get you more and more involved. So I think what we're going to do now is have a bit of a party. We're going to have a drink and relax, and we'll leave the main camera on so you can watch. But we wish you were all here. We really do. We wish the whole team could be here. That there's so many people out there that we would just love to party with. So maybe one day when it's all over, we'll just do a migration without birds, and we'll just party with people all the way south.
That wouldn't be good. Not do a Chris. I think it's appropriate that Joe gets the first piece of cake. Yay, Denise!